Morning, ladies. It's so good to be with you all this morning. My name is Myiesha Dubois, and morning, ladies. It's so good to be with you all this morning. My name is Myiesha Dubois, and morning, ladies. It's so good to be with you all this morning. Sorry, you all getting a little feedback here. You guys getting a little feedback there?
Yeah, I think we're good now. Yeah.
Let's try. Morning. I'm so glad to be with you all this morning. Again, I'm Myiesha Dubois. I'm the president of Values Partnerships, and our company is a leading impact company where we help corporations around the globe move the needle forward on major issues. But today, I'm super excited to be with you all. I'm a mom of three, a 5-year-old, a 3-year-old, and a 1-year-old. So as you can imagine, I'm not getting a whole lot of sleep, but there's no place I'd rather be than with you all this morning. I love the Momference. I've been 3 years now. Shout out to Nika and Simona for the amazing work that you guys are doing in this amazing mom tribe that you all get to be able to introduce one of Momference's key sponsors, Sephora. Everybody loves Sephora, right? I know I'm a huge fan. You can find me at any point at the 14th Street location now that I'm fully vaccinated. Fenty or my Kat Von D. But Myiesha keeps me all together, and I'm so delighted you have an amazing special treat this morning. Myiesha Sewell, the beauty director at Sephora, and her amazing aunt, Nika Sewell-Smith, media personality and professional genealogist. And we are so excited to be here with the Momference this morning. As you all know, Sephora has been doing some groundbreaking work over the last 2 years, trying to ensure that more Black beauty brands are on the shelves, and also to reduce bias in retail stores. We've been in the trenches with them. Y'all, they are really doing the work. It has been a labor of amazing love together. And more to come on that. But today, without further ado, we are here with Myiesha and Nika. For all the busy moms out there, Myiesha and Nika, we want you guys to show us what should we be doing when we literally have 5 minutes to get dressed in the morning, right? And we want that full bead to look amazing like yours, Myiesha. And then also for all the pregnant and breastfeeding moms, what are some of the things that we should be doing? What are some of the products that we should be using that are clean? But anyway, so much to cover. I don't want to take up too much of the time. Super excited to have you, Myiesha. Over to you. Tell us, show us, what should we be doing?
Okay, so first off, Nika is my aunt. She's my very young aunt, if you are confused. So I wanted her here today so that she could kind of showcase some of the steps that we do. She does a lot of television work, and I do her makeup when I can. I haven't been able to get to her lately, so this is like the next best thing. So I do Zooms all day long. It's kind of like that thing where they say like this meeting should have been an email. Like sometimes a Zoom should have been a conference call. And you got to get together. You got to do the most important things to make yourself look good. So what I've learned over the years is I would say whatever gets you most excited. Like when I talked to Nika about this, she said concealer. Like concealer, I think it's kind of like the thing you need to do when you're tired. I assume moms are tired. I'm assuming. I only have a dog, but I'm assuming moms are tired. So you want to grab your favorite concealer. You guys should have like a little worksheet in front of you with some like links and whatnot. So the concealer that Nika likes the most is the Josie Marin Vibrancy Concealer. It has argan oil mixed into it. So if you're on the go, super busy, I recommend eye cream, but sometimes you don't always have time to do that. It has eye cream sort of mixed into it, so it feels really good on the skin. Now, the areas that you want to put concealer that are the most important are this little C area right in here. Most people, you know, we look at Instagram and we kind of do this whole area. You don't really need to do that. Most people look really tired right in this area. So you can kind of go in here, you can go a little bit down here, and that's going to wake you up. My tip is if you have an important Zoom, to do your makeup on Zoom on a fake meeting, because real life makeup and Zoom makeup look totally different for some reason. So,
right.
Yeah. So like I've noticed that a lot of highlighter looks really good on Zoom. And I've gone into
what? Like for real. That's like that literally, like all you really need is a little, and that's
little something to pop. And I've gone out into the real world and ran errands after a day of Zoom and realized I looked crazy, like a little glazed donut. So just keep in mind, in mind, whatever environment you're going to be in, go ahead and do it in that one. So she's going to put on some concealer. And while she's talking, I'm going to talk about mascara. I think mascara is the most important thing like on my face. This is not the face that I do when I have early morning Zooms. This is like for you guys. I washed my hair last night at midnight, which I do not do for anybody. So I love mascara. I feel like it just opens up your eyes as well as concealer does. So Nika's favorite concealer is from Benefit. It's the Bad Girl Bang Mascara. This is a really great one. You have pretty good lashes, but I find this is really great if you have shorter lashes, lashes that are a little harder to grab. If you really want them to pop and curl, this works really, really well. I have little, like, I don't know how my hair is so coarse and I have like the finest lashes on the planet, but I love the Lancome Mr. Big Mascara. This is it. You can cry, you can rub your eyes, you can do whatever. It will not go anywhere. So while Nika's doing that, that concealer and the mascara is going to wake her up instantly. Now, if you have some blemishes on the face, what you can do, because we should be wearing sunscreen all the time, we're going to be talking about that in a little bit, is you can mix a little bit of your concealer with your sunscreen and sort of make a really quick tinted moisturizer if you want to. And that can be really good. Yes, we have some Benefit mascara lovers. That one is so, so good. And it's a really great tiny brush. Sometimes when the brush is too big, I find it kind of difficult to use. So she's going to apply her mascara. And let's see, powder. So powder is important because the browner your skin, the more dimensional you are. And even if you don't feel oily or look oily in person, you will reflect a lot of light. That's just what it is. I'm a professional makeup artist, and I can tell you on those shoots where there's a black girl and a white girl, I have to make the black girl look so less radiant because her skin is just beaming. It's just what it does. So you're a photographer, you know, like, brown skin just beams. So even if you don't really feel oily, it's nice to have a little powder next to you. So I gave Nika the Fenty Invisible Powder. This is the Invisimatte blotting powder. Really cute. It comes with a little magnetic brush, so you don't have to think about a brush. And it's really just nice to have. So this one is invisible, so it's going to work on any skin tone. And you just want to have it next to you. And you can go ahead and set under the eyes. Aside from your mouth, your eyes are going to move the most throughout the day. So it's important to set a little bit around there so you don't get any creasing. And again, it's just really nice and lightweight. I think people forget about this one if they're Fenty lovers because they have so many products, but this one is really great to have with you. We're both super oily, I would say. It's kind of calmed down a little bit, like in the 30s.
Not for me. I'm still a grease ball. It doesn't matter. Like mine is like,
has gone down
you can fry chicken on my face. Like you can fry, like there's a whole set of legs up here.
Yeah, that's my anthropology genetic theory, is that's how we stay young. It's the oil.
You know what? You might be right. Now that I think about it, Grandma Sewell's greasy too. And she doesn't really she's not really super wrinkly. So you might have a point.
So the last thing we're going to talk about is blush or bronzer. I like a blush in the morning when I am rushing, especially because if you use a cream blush, you can use it on your lips and cheeks. So the one that I chose is from one of our newest Black-owned brands, LYS Beauty, stands for Love Yourself. It's a clean brand. Clean just meaning that it's devoid of certain ingredients that you may or may not want in your products. I have the color Passion right here, which is really pretty. And then I forget which one I sent you. Oh, that looks really pretty. Send her like a
Empower.
Really, really nice. And what's great about this is works on any skin tone because Full Force, very pink, at least the one I have. But if you shear it down, it can be a baby pink. So you have control over that. So applying, I think I have enough blush on today, but you can just use any old brush or your hands.
You got me into hands. Into hands.
Okay, everyone says hands is weird, but Pat McGrath, arguably the best makeup artist in the world. If you guys don't know Pat McGrath, she's a Black woman. She uses her hands. Every time I hang out with her, she does full face with hands. So totally valid.
Okay, yeah. See that you got me comfortable with hands because I mean, granted, I still have brushes, but yeah,
either one works. So just get a little on your hands if you want to. If you want to use your hands or a brush, I like to put it on the back of my hand, blend it, because if it's blended on my fingers before I put it on, I don't have to worry about it. So I have enough blush on, but what's great is I can put this on my lips and it could be a really soft color. It could be a really bold color. And even the founder said that she made these so big, the blush size and whatnot, and the pigment is so great, it's going to last you a lifetime. So once you get one of these, you really don't have to get any more blush, which is really, really great. Yeah. That looks really good. Yeah, I think there's a misconception that you don't really need blush for brown skin, but that just like woke you up really, really nice. It looks really pretty.
Yeah, look, Normally, I don't really use creams, but this is actually kind of making me want to use cream.
I sent you this one in particular because I knew you were going to like it, us both having oily skin. There's something about it that doesn't feel greasy at all, which is really great.
Right, because that's the other thing is when you start layering stuff on, again, it's like 7-layer dip for us, right? Like just get a chip and, like it's like,
Exactly.
Yeah. And then, if you live down here in the deep South, like I do, it's too humid to be walking around with 7-layer dip on your face. You got to have something light.
I'm going to steal that one, 7-layer dip. Yeah, I like things that are light, but also creamy. As you get older, even when you have oily skin, you want things that look really seamless and smooth on the skin. And this is definitely it. Also, the Fenty cream blushes are really great for that too. So that's pretty much it. You looked great before, but you look great now. Your eyelashes are popping. You have a little bit of color. And I would say like, this is what I do early in the morning, aside from me not having eyebrows. If I just got to run to a Zoom meeting, this is what I do to kind of wake myself up. So again, whatever is most important to you in your makeup routine, that's what you want to focus on. Whatever makes you feel the best. For me, it's lots of mascara and a bit of blush, and I feel good. I feel like myself. So that works perfectly. Thank you, Nika. I know you have some other things to do today. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Anytime.
Thank you. Hopefully it's in person next time.
Oh, no, it will be because we haven't seen each other in like 2 years. So absolutely.
I know. Okay, perfect. I don't think we have any questions in the chat. So I'm going to let you go and we are going to move on to our skincare section. Okay, so skincare. I wanted to include some options that I just think I've talked to so many dermatologists and estheticians, and I just kind of find some commonality in the skincare routines that they recommend. I know everybody's different. Working at Sephora, you meet a lot of cool people. You meet a lot of people that are good people to know. We have a brand called Dr. Sturm. And she's Angela Bassett's dermatologist. So I will listen to whatever she tells me to do. And I've just kind of collected a routine over the years. Oh, questions. Yay. There's more questions. Okay. Okay, so I don't see any for me, but okay. So we're going to talk skincare. And I've seen some commonality in the routines that people recommend. First off, retinol. Retinol is, oh my God, it's one of the most important things aside from sunscreen, which we'll talk about in a minute. It's one of the ingredients that you can use whenever you have any sort of issue, I feel. Let's see. So my favorite retinol is from Shani Darden, and this is one of our Black-owned brands. It is on your sheet. I put a little red heart next to the Black-owned brand just so it would be very clear for you. So retinol is an ingredient that is amazing. Pretty much anytime you're in a skincare rut, you don't know what to do, your skin's kind of looking lackluster. Retinol is great for lines and wrinkles. Retinol is great for blemishes. It's great for texture. And it's also great for smoothing out the skin. So it kind of addresses everything that everybody wants to get fixed, and also dark spots. So when you use retinol, you only want to use it at night. It's only a nighttime thing. And you always want to follow up with a good daytime routine that includes SPF. So my favorite SPF at the moment is pretty much anything from Supergoop. This is the one I've been using lately. This one is Play. This is the everyday lotion. This one is great because it's super lightweight. Again, I said I had oily skin. It feels really good. It's a chemical sunscreen, so it looks good on anyone's skin tone. It's super lightweight, and it just gives you lightweight hydration. I skip moisturizer when I do this. So that's pretty much all you need. And they have several different options. If you want something that's completely clear, they have one called Unseen. That's a really great option too, but I absolutely love this one. And during the day, I feel like it's great to wear a vitamin C. My ring light's a little bit bright. So this is from Dermalogica, and this is the BioLume C serum. And vitamin C is great because it's going to brighten the skin, but it's totally fine to use during the day. So retinol, vitamin C, and a sunscreen are going to be a really great routine that I feel like work for a lot of people. I figured this would be really great information for this group in particular. I went through this with my best friend last year when she had her baby, and we switched her over to a fully pregnancy safe, breastfeeding safe skincare routine. Oftentimes we don't talk about it because anything relating to pregnancy and breastfeeding is typically something you want to defer to your doctor. Oh, let's see if we have questions. So a good tinted moisturizer. I really like the new Fenty Eavesdrop Skin Tint. It doesn't have SPF, but I do recommend wearing an SPF underneath it and then putting it on top. Anytime you have an SPF tinted moisturizer, usually the amount of tinted moisturizer that you would put on to look good, to even out your skin, is not enough SPF. So layering your SPF and then putting on some sort of complexion product, I really like the Fenty Skin Tint. That's a really great one. Let's see. Okay, so pregnancy safe skincare. Unfortunately, I feel like all my favorite things and all of our favorite ingredients are usually a little bit off limits during skincare or during pregnancy. So retinol penetrates pretty deeply into the skin, and that's what makes your skin look so good. So anything that penetrates deeply into the skin, not scary at all, but it usually goes into the bloodstream. So you just want to avoid any of that. It's not that it's proven to be harmful. It's just that there's not enough research being done. And with pregnancy, you'll kind of know with things that you can and can't do, they always err on the side of caution. So things that you can use that'll make your skin really glowy and exfoliate are going to be things like lactic acid and glycolic acid. Those are really great. They don't penetrate very deeply. This is from the Inky List, and this is the glycolic acid toner. You can use this from head to toe on your shoulders, on your face, and this is going to ensure that your skin is really smooth. And if you have any flakiness, things like that, it's going to make sure your face is nice and clear. The thing about flakiness and dead skin cells, on brown skin especially, is they'll make you look ashy, because dead skin cells aren't the color of your skin. They're sort of this white translucent color. So if you feel like your skin looks dull, you might just need to exfoliate. Another really great one that's very popular, this is a night treatment. So this is from Sunday Riley. It's Good Genes. Ignore the little star on it. They did a little collaboration with Captain Marvel last year. It was kind of a confusing collaboration, but that's the bottle I have. So this is a lactic acid treatment. Lactic acid is derived from milk, so it's super gentle, but it definitely will brighten the skin and bring about a change. And if you love retinol, we have a natural alternative. So bakuchiol is something they discovered is a natural alternative to retinol that's really, really great. So this is something you can use that's sort of in the meantime, the next best thing. So we have one question about neck care. Do you use the same skincare on your neck? So good question. Great for you to ask that, because you don't want to use retinol on your neck. I believe the reason is that the skin there is just very different. It's a lot thinner, and especially prescription retinols, you don't want to use them on your neck. I find using like a lactic acid, like one of these, is really good. You can take all of your moisturizers down to your neck. You can use something like a bakuchiol. All of your skincare can go all the way down except for retinols. I believe it's just the skin is a little thinner there. But yeah, I take everything down. I put everything on my shoulders. When I use little peel pads, I do the back of my hands. You can do your entire body. I always recommend this one to people because it's huge. And I think it's under $8 or $10 or something. And this will be a nice exfoliant and give you a nice glow. You can use it everywhere. But really good question. I've definitely been thinking about my neck lately. Okay. So any other questions about skincare or breastfeeding, pregnancy skincare, any issues like that? Okay, how often should you exfoliate, and can you suggest a good brand? So exfoliating differs. There's daily exfoliation that you can do. I really love, Dermalogica has something called Daily Microfoliant. It's a powder you put in your hand, you add a little bit of water, and as the name implies, you can use it daily because it's super gentle. You can do something like that where you're doing a little bit every day, or if you're someone who wants to do a lot, maybe once or twice a week, you can do that as well. Let's see. You can do Cora. So Cora Organics, they have a turmeric scrub that's really great. Super gentle, one of our clean brands, but that one you can do maybe once or twice a week. So it's up to you. You can do a little bit every day, or you can do something a little stronger once or twice a week. But it's kind of like a marathon. You don't want to, run 10 miles right away. You want to run half a mile, then a mile. So you want to work your way up to it. But the Dermalogica Daily Microfoliant is super, super gentle. You should have no issues with that at all. And if you're someone like me who's oily and acne prone, you probably want to exfoliate more than someone who is maybe a little bit drier, a little bit more sensitive. Let's see. Okay, I think we're we're good with questions on skincare. I think we'll bring Michelle back on and we'll talk about our Accelerate program, which I think is really great. I tell everybody about that. Anybody who will listen, I will tell about our Accelerate program. Let's see. So while I wait for Michelle to come on, I'll just do my little spiel. If you haven't heard of Sephora's Accelerate program, it's a program that we created about 5 or 6 years ago, and it was a way for us to give female founders pretty much a chance in the industry. As most people can kind of guess, even beauty can be a male-dominated space, and it's usually a white male-dominated space. So we wanted to give female founders things like capital, media training, mentorship through like people at our company. We wanted to partner them up with existing brands so they'd be a little bit more savvy in the market. Recently, with the current Accelerate cohorts, we do it every single year. We have shifted to strictly people of color or founders of color. And it's been a really great experience because all of them are launching at Sephora this year. Some of them have already launched. If you look on your little sheet right now, we have a few brands that are mentioned. Let's see if we have more questions. Oh, here we go. More questions coming up. Oh, did I miss these? Okay. Let's see. Okay. Some of the best bronzers for deeper skin. LYS has a great bronzer. This is the second or third color. There's a bunch of deeper ones. Also, Fenty has cream and powder bronzers that are amazing. So whichever one you prefer. So eyeshadow, I'm wearing Charlotte Tilbury's Bejeweled Eyes to Hypnotize. Love that palette. I'm so sorry. I was looking at other questions.
Hey, Myiesha, I'm back. Yes, so many good questions and so many good tips here. I think we have a few more minutes for just a few more questions I saw come in the chat. Let's see. What do we have? We have a question about glasses.
We covered bronzer.
Yes. And someone had a question about glasses. They said if they wear glasses, what is a really good spray or powder to make sure all of that amazing makeup that they apply in their 5 minutes stays in place?
So when you wear glasses, you probably just want to wear less makeup in this area unless you have discoloration that you really have to cover in that area. Kind of like the more, because there's going to be friction there. When there's friction, makeup is just going to rub off even if it's set really nicely. So wear less makeup in this area if you can avoid it. You can use a setting spray like Urban Decay setting spray is kind of the standard. Any setting spray that locks down will hold, but use less makeup there and use maybe a lighter weight makeup. Don't kind of pile on a lot of powder even if you need fuller coverage everywhere else. That usually helps.
And then it looked like there was a question about teens. What are some good products for teens in the age range of 16 to 18 that you would recommend?
Yeah, so we have a few different lines of products. Dermalogica, the brand that I mentioned earlier with the vitamin C, they have a line strictly for teens. Last year, Sephora also did a skincare by age campaign. So if you go to Sephora's YouTube, we did teens through 60s, I believe. So there's some good product recommendations there. Usually for teens, you just want to get them to wash their face and wear sunscreen, and that'll help immensely. The Dermalogica micro exfoliant is going to be great because they tend to be very congested and oily and break out. But just keep it simple, otherwise they won't do it.
Awesome. And then last question. What do you recommend every mom keeps in her diaper bag and her purse, right? When you're on the go and you're like, hey, I need to refresh throughout the day. What are those 3 or 4 items that you say we should keep in our bag?
For me, it's always sunscreen. Like I know a lot of times when you have brown skin, you kind of don't think about sunscreen right away, but all the things that we don't like about our skin, like dark spots and dryness and irritation, the sun is usually like the biggest culprit behind, and you should be reapplying every 2 hours or so. I like to keep a moisturizer because I've become that lady who always has ashy elbows, and I like forget about it.
Me too. I run out. when I have the 5 minutes, like 3 minutes of it is the shower, and then I'm like, oh, that's right, I needed lotion, right?
Yeah, I just like, all of a sudden, I'm just like, my face is so oily, I'm so dry here. So this is the regular size. I keep a smaller size in my purse for this. Is from Sol de Janeiro. My ring light's so bright, and it's spelled Bum Bum Cream, but it's called Boom Boom Cream. And this is just super, super moisturizing. It has sort of like a desserty sort of scent. If you want something a little bit different, they have an unscented as well as a few other scents. And this has been my favorite because it's thick enough to be a foot moisturizer, but it's light enough to be a skin moisturizer. That works really great. And I would say a good lip balm. Even under a mask. You know, gotta stay moisturized. But those guys you can't use them on a baby too. So that works.
Awesome. Well, this was so much fun. This was amazing. Thank you. I know you're on the West Coast. You woke up super early to be with us this morning. And we're so grateful for you taking the time to like help us get dressed and get ready for the rest of the weekend. And also like be able to like put that quick look together and look vibrant and alive, even when we had like 3 hours of sleep, right? So super excited about that. Any parting words? I'm super excited about the Accelerate program that Sephora is doing now. I know you guys just had a huge cohort that graduated and more folks coming to the shelf. Anything we should be on the lookout for over the next year or so?
Definitely. So we have 8 brands, I believe. One of them has launched. So be on the lookout for the rest of them. We have some really great skincare serums and some really great hair care that's coming out that I can't wait. I haven't even got my hands on it. That's like how new it is. There is some information in the document that I gave you all that has some follow-up information if you want to learn more about the program. If you want my personal information, my Instagram is on there as well. So, or if you just want to,
we got folks here. What's your Instagram?
So my Instagram is my name, Myiesha MUA. So Myiesha MUA. I think I'm the only Myiesha Sewell out there, so I'm very easy to find. Or you can go to Instagram. I'm on there all the time. Easy to find.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. It was such a pleasure to spend our morning with you, and so grateful for all the tips and tricks, and hope to see you again next year.
Yeah, I will. So you had a baby in there.
I did. Oh my goodness, pandemic, right? Quarantine life. So, but super excited to be with you this morning, and can't wait to see you again in person when the world continues to open back up, and hopefully again at Momference next year. Mark your calendar.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you.
So much fun.
Same here. Bye-bye. See you guys soon.